Hello and hello. Welcome, peeps. Welcome, tech enthusiasts. I'm just double checking to see if we are live on YouTube, most likely. And it seems that we're having an issue with LinkedIn tonight, but that's the beauty of live streaming. Sometimes the tech is going to tech, but the show will carry on. I want to welcome all my tech enthusiasts. Welcome to another episode of the Tech Fuss Made Easy. I'm your host, Tanisha Halstead, and whether you're a first time viewer or just a dedicated member of the Tech Fuss family, I'm thrilled to have you here for episode 8. And every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we gather to make your tech journey smoother by exploring simpler ways for those time-consuming tasks using simple tools that just get the job done faster. And so today we're going to show you the magic behind Google Workspace. We'll be talking about how shared documents in Google Docs work together in real time with things like Google Sheets, and staying connected using Google Meet and chat will just make your collaboration with not only just your team, but also as a solopreneur, just streamlining your day to day. And before we get started, I want us to drop a quick comment in the chat just to let us know where you're watching from. I always love to see how far our virtual community can stretch. And we love our replay watchers as well. So if you are here with me live, you can go ahead and do that. But if you're watching this on the replay, just shout us out in the comments. We love to circle back and just make sure we connect with those that are watching our live streams. And so for those of you who might be joining us for the first time, who am I? I'm Tanisha Halstead, and I am super passionate about helping small business owners streamline their operations and find ease in their daily tasks through simple yet effective tech solutions. And we are here to get into the nitty gritty. So I always love to really get a feel of who we have here, either in the live audience or for those who are watching us on the replay. So if you've ever felt like your files are all over the place, or maybe you're coordinating with teams and you feel like it's just like herding cattle, like, let me know in the chat if any of this sounds familiar. And if any of these resonate with you, just type yes in the chat. We want to see if anyone's, really struggling to keep documents organized, maybe difficulty coordinating with your team members, or just feeling overwhelmed by all the communication channels. And so I'll just take a look in the chat, see what we have going on here. And if we don't have anything now, I'm just going to dive into our first point. So the power of shared documents in Google Docs has just been an experience where it takes away the frustration of wondering if there's multiple versions floating around. Let me know in the chat if you've ever experienced that. And maybe you've found yourself like buried under a pile of documents. You're unsure of which version is the latest. I was just on a consultation this week, and someone said to me, I looked to my left and I looked to my right, and all I could see was paper. And it's really like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But fear not, Google Docs is really here to save the day. So I want you to imagine a world where everyone on your team can access, edit, or collaborate on the same documents in real time. There's no more emailing back and forth or worrying about which version to just make sure we're managing the right version of the document. With Google Docs, you can say goodbye to all that chaos and say hello to streamlined teamwork. And so I'm just going to hop over to my other screen to share a little things with you. So the screen I have up now is just the Google Doc screen, which talks about building your best ideas together in Google Docs. So this would be a screen that would be able just to explain and elaborate on the unique aspects of why use Google Docs. So one thing here is the seamless collaboration from anywhere. You're able to download the Google Docs app on your phone and you'll be able to access docs that way. You can also access these docs through Google Drive and writing faster. Now there's even these built-in intelligence things to smart compose whatever you're writing. They even have a Google Marketplace plugin, which is a ChatGPT plugin that can be used also with Google Docs to help you while you're writing instead of jumping from one app to another. So I have this open here because I want to just also demonstrate that this is the explanation of why we would want you to use Google Docs, but then this is what it'll look like. We have a ton of documents in here. You would go ahead and hit blank document, or you can use some templates from their gallery. So I've opened a new document up just to be able to show you. And a few features that I want to highlight is now, if you're using Google Docs, you can actually create meeting notes that sync to your calendar events. All the attendees, and I'll just go ahead and hit it so you can see an example. Let's refresh here. Okay, so you would be able to add it to an event. You'd be able to then tie it to all the attendees. If there were more people in this particular document where you see my little image, it would show who's live and active inside of the doc at the same time. Some of the features are being able to collaborate inside of the doc, being able to @ someone, or being able to plug in different extensions to be able to elevate what you're doing. So one in particular that we have in here is the GPT for Sheets and Docs. And this allows us to, again, set some smart text while we're typing and kind of have that feature right inside of Google Docs as we're utilizing it. And so this allows us to have real-time collaboration, and it allows us to, invite different collaborators, co-hosts, audience members to edit the document at the same time and be able to have that quick win of working on a project with our team and sharing it with everyone involved. And it just makes it a breeze and the productivity soars. So next we'll go into topic number 2, which is real-time collaboration in Google Sheets. So I want you to raise your virtual hand if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the endless rows and columns in a spreadsheet. Well, fear not, because Google Sheets is here to simplify your life. So say goodbye to the days of waiting for colleagues to update the numbers, or maybe you're struggling to merge changes from different versions. Well, with Google Sheets, multiple team members can work on the same sheet simultaneously, seeing that each other's edits are happening in real time, and it feels kind of like magic, like just a little magic trick that's happening as you're watching the doc. So I'm gonna hop over to my other screen, and so I also have this Google Sheets tab up because it is explaining that it's about making data-driven decisions in Google Sheets. You're able to create and collaborate in this real time visual. So you can collaborate also on data from anywhere. So also this is one where you can download the Google Sheets app on your phone, your tablet, your Mac, your PC. It goes across device and you're able to access your data from anywhere. So that is a huge plus, especially as a remote workers. Sometimes we're on the go and the work still needs to be done. And so now with Google Sheets, they too have had a lot of updates and provide just a lot of insights faster, with some built-in intelligence that they have created as well. You can also create seamless integration with other Google apps. Like for instance, here they're showing how you can easily analyze data from, say you have a Google form, maybe from an event that you're having, a registration, maybe even applications. Then this data can be imported into a Google Sheet and you're able to manipulate the data, maybe add columns, maybe make sure you're booking calls or following up with whoever you need to. It can even be used as a way to track your leads if you are in the earlier stages. And so this just extends the collaboration, outside of just having a regular Excel file. And so this is what it would look like once you have multiple Google Sheets created. You can start from scratch, or you can also use the template gallery. And so once a new one is created, this is what a blank sheet would look like. As you see here, you can type in @ if there were more people collaborating on this particular Google Sheet, you could do that. There is also the option here to plug in extensions. And so we have a few different ones here. One that we have is Streak, which is a CRM that we use inside our email. We also here have GPT for Sheets and Docs. We have a goals tracker and our calendar events creator. So these apps come from the Google Marketplace, and they are really there to be able to enhance these particular tools and the way you collaborate with your team, or maybe just someone that you are working on a project with. And so I want to really emphasize that it's the visibility of these changes made by different users and being able to seamlessly integrate the edits. So next time you're crunching numbers or you're tracking data with your team, consider opening up a Google Sheet and invite them to collaborate. You'll be amazed at how much more efficient and accurate your work begins. Consider even adding, we've had clients where they used it for content creation because they just needed the simplicity. You're able to add in the images, tag whoever needs to be tagged, place comments in. And if you're interested in seeing what that could look like, just drop that in the comments, even if you're watching this on the replay, and we'll be sure to keep it in mind if it's of interest and do another video to show what that could look like. Okay, so point number 3 is effortless communication with Google Meet and Google Chat. So maybe you've felt like you're drowning in a sea of emails and missed messages, and you just want to wave goodbye to that communication overload and say hello to Google Meet and Google Chat. So whether you need to hop on a quick video call or maybe shoot a message to a colleague, Google's got you covered. So with Meet, you can connect face to face with your team from anywhere in the world. So while you use chat, that's chat in real time. So think of like texting in real time, and it keeps all your conversations organized and easily accessible. It's really like having, what do they call it? Like a virtual water cooler where you can catch up and with your team whenever you need to. And so I just want to highlight with chat and conversation within Google. You can send messages, share files, and even create group chats. With the Meet portion, I love that they require different security features so that you won't just have anyone popping into your meeting. And I feel like they continue to elevate on how they allow you to participate, manage, and just engage with who you're having meetings with, like different visual boards like Jamboards and just different plugins that can make your meetings more engaged and interactive. So next time you need to touch base with your team, just schedule a quick Google Meet or start a chat conversation instead of sending another email, because we talked about previously that we want to tame our emails. So you'll be amazed at how much time you save and how much more connected you feel with your team. So remember, these are just a few examples of how Google Workspace can revolutionize the way you collaborate with your team. So it's like, why wait? Start exploring these tools today and watch your productivity soar. I want to say that today we explored really just some ins and outs of collaborating within Google Workspace, really from sharing our documents to that seamless communication. And I want you to remember that the key to success lies in really picking a tool, leveraging the tool, and really utilizing it to its fullest potential. And so for our next week, we will also be diving into a little bit more of advanced tools. I'll be talking a little bit more about Google Marketplace and how they have quite a few plugins that can be used to enhance some of the things that we've talked about in taming your emails, collaborating with your team, and all that jazz. So, also, I wanted to share that we are going to be hosting a hands on workshop. We're getting the details together, but if you want to be the first to know about this, please go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter. I'm popping that up on the screen now, but I'll also drop it in the chat. And so that is the best way to stay in touch and know when we drop that workshop to be able to get hands on help in maximizing your Google Workspace account. So until then, I want you to stay tech savvy, keep exploring new possibilities, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Tech Fuss Made Easy. And as always, I'm cheering you on, each and every one of you. Love y'all.